from Paulsboro High School. It's high school wrestling tonight on the Gloucester County Educational Network. It's the Red Devils of Hunterdon Central and the Red Raiders of Paulsboro. With me, Ralph Ross. I'm John Mondoli. Ralph, two of the top 5 teams in New Jersey going at it today, both undefeated. Paulsboro coming in with, I think, 64 straight wins. Hunterdon Central unbeaten, one of the top powers in Group 5. How do you see this match tonight?
I think Paulsboro has a little bit too much for them. Hunterdon Central has some really good individuals, but I think Paulsboro's too solid up and down the lineup. Hunterdon Central has too many holes where Paulsboro's going to kind of take advantage of that. Where Hunterdon Central's good, Paulsboro's decent, and they're not going to get bonus, but Paulsboro's going to bonus them, particularly up top.
Well, depending on what ranking you look at, Hunterdon Central has the top 106-pounder in the state in Unger. And we're starting at 106, so they got to get off to a quick start.
Well, we're under the impression, I guess, the Paulsboro wrestler didn't make weight, so they're going to have to pin there if they might move him up. Unger is one of the top kids in the state. I thought it would be a good match between him and Haney, but I think Hunterdon Central definitely needs bonus at 106. They are good at 120. They're going to be a battle in the middle with Bauer and Paulsboro. I just think it's got a little too much for him. Solid, but hey, things happen. You're looking at two of the top 5 teams in the state.
When you look at Paulsboro this year, it's just balance. They're balanced from 106 through heavyweight, and they had the three big ones: Santino, Marina, Worthy, Green. So there's some pretty good wrestlers on that team.
Yeah, they also, you got Mazzeo as a region champ, Duca, Perez. They're pretty solid. So that's what makes them such a good team. I mean, they're ranked number 2 in the state. I think they're the second best team in the state. Hal might have something to say about that, but there's going to be, it's for the battle is for second in the state. They go to Bergen Catholic, they go to Pleasanton Catholic this weekend. That's just a tough matchup for them. That, quite frankly, it's a tough matchup for anyone in the state. But tonight, I can't see Paulsboro not getting the better of Hunterdon Central.
And I wanted to bring up somebody who kind of goes unnoticed. Gabe Onorato, 145 for Paulsboro, also, just anchors the middle of that lineup.
Yeah, he's a pleasant. He's another solid wrestler that he goes on because of the star power of Marina, Green, Worthy. But Paulsboro legitimately could have 6 or 7 state place winners in this lineup.
Right. Okay. We're going to have all the action coming up next here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. Welcome back to Paulsboro High School, getting ready for 106 pounds.
£106 for Hunterdon Central. Brett Unger for Paulsboro, Jackson Sicklesteel.
Jackson Sicklesteel and Brett Unger, and Unger already with a 2-0 lead. Unger's toughest match this year was a 7-1 decision. Everything else has just been, seems like he's been on cruise control.
Yeah, he's a returning state placement. I believe he took a 6th last year. He's one of, like you said, he's one of the top guys in the state, and I mean, this has got to be a pin. If Hunterdon Central has any chance at all, they've got a pin here. But as history will prove, Paulsboro kids pretty good at not getting pinned.
Sicklesteel coming in. He's a freshman, 12-2.
He looks like he's about 12 years old, doesn't he?
They all look young when you're my age.
Yep.
Unger 25-0.
He'll take this tilt all day long.
Get some back points.
Yeah, Paulsboro will take that all day long.
54 seconds into the match, 4-0 lead Unger.
Yep.
6-4.
I would tell you right now that if he doesn't put up a pinning combination, he won a 50-50. I win it.
50-50 number 164.
Got to play to win.
2-7. 164. 7.
We got a little injury time.
And I certainly wouldn't donate halfback.
No?
No.
Just fixing your microphone.
Okay. Been a long time since we've done it.
Winnings can be collected here at the announcer's table. Again, winning 50-50 number.
Boy, somebody just opened that back door. Can you feel that cold?
Ooh, that comes hit you. Actually, probably going to be welcomed in about an hour.
I'm going to paraphrase here. Hold on, let me get this straight. Reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. Well, I'm going to say reports of your death greatly exaggerated. Glad to see you're here, Ralph.
Yeah, I feel better.
I wasn't sure who was going to be doing matches with me this year.
Yeah, I got through a little speed bump, and I really am appreciative. I was sick there for a little bit, but be surprised at how many people really, in the wrestling community are behind you. It's really a close-knit community. So I'd like to thank everybody that sent out some text and the tweets and all that stuff. And I can tell you right now, Paulsboro will tell this kid, keep getting tilted. Because I don't think it's going to be a one-point match, but
don't want to take it right.
Hill is not.
3 more, it's 7-0.
Yeah, a tech fall is not what Hunterdon Central looked for. He's going to try and work that cradle, and
by the way, an extra pound allowance today because Hunterdon Central had a match last night.
Right.
So Unger coming in at 1-9. Look at that.
Yeah, it's going to be another 6-pack. It's going to be tough to pin him here, especially since he's not going to pin him here. It's going to be 10-0. Oh, here's what he's got to do.
Yeah, he's trying to get him now.
He's 10
seconds, though. I don't know if he has enough time.
No, he switched. Yeah, that's what he had to do early. There it is. It's still too late, but.
Nope, not enough time.
Yep.
3 more, 10-0 lead.
Yep. He better pin him, or that Hunterdon Central coach might squeeze him with his biceps. There he is.
By the way, helping us out, Brett Fetty went to college with John Canagalo Ram, right? Am I saying it right?
Yes. Mr. Fetty is, I wasn't as up on things, so he's helped me commentate here because it's 12-0. He's got to put him on his back and pin him.
Right, because puts him on his back here and doesn't pin him. We have a tech fall.
And a cross-face cradle is not the kind of move you're going to pin somebody in. I mean, you can, but you really want to run a bar here. If I was him, I would work like a power half or some kind of half or a bar, something that's going to be a solid pin. Get yourself over with about 45 seconds left.
But do you like the way Unger played it? Build the lead, now just work for the pin because he has plenty of time.
Might have built too big of a lead. Now puts him back in.
Right,
now he's going to hit that kid for stalling. What does he want him to do? I mean, I understand. But what's stalling going to do? Matter of fact,
I would stall out.
I would stall. Yeah, because you can't. You'll get tech fall before. Right. Yeah, you'll get tech fall before you. I remember when I was coaching, I was wrestling a kid. He was down 14, and we took. He was down 13. We took top and locked our hands and then let him up. The other coach wasn't too happy. I don't think it mattered. I think we lost big though.
Unger had a 10-0 lead after the first. It's 12-0 right now. 30 seconds to wrestle here in the second.
It's about to be 13-0 because he's going to bang him. I tell you what.
Official today, Scott Jenkins, by the way.
Scotty Jenks. Quite the golfer.
Is he?
Well, he was. I've seen him. I've been in some golf outings with him. Matter of fact, me and Mr. Fay did the Paulsboro one, and we won a hole off with him, didn't we? He's going to tail him right here. So I can tell you that next period, he did the Hunterdon Central. I would imagine the Paulsboro kid would take bottom, let him up, and then take it down. Paulsboro kid, Paulsboro kid should take top. Oh, it's Hunterdon Central's choice. He did.
The other top 106-pounder in the state is Kelly Dunnigan, another sophomore from Don Bosco Prep.
Yeah.
Both the two of those guys are nationally ranked, Unger and Dunnigan.
Yeah,
here's the takedown. It's now 14. I'll tell you what, I'd stall here, tech out.
But I don't think he's thinking that, but I think that's what he's going to do. Right here is a great spot to be. Non-danger. Let him crawl out. Hit him with stalling, and Hunterdon Central knows I would let him up. I'd let him up because this way you could take him feet to back.
Right.
And a stalling won't really kill you, but he's going to stall him out.
14-0 right now. 1:32 to go.
Yeah, he knows. He did his job.
DJ Haney, usually who's in here at 106 did not make weight today, or did not weigh in, one or the other.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's now looking like he has to. He's going to have to turn him because you definitely don't want a major.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be asking for that stall. This, yeah, put himself in a little bit of a. This Paulsboro kid knows where to wrestle. See, now stall doesn't stay with a major. How about this? Even the stall, I would literally. There, who cares?
There's the stall.
I don't think you have to stop the match here.
It's 15-1. It doesn't matter. It's still only 14.
Yeah. 15-1. He blew the whistle inadvertently. It's an inadvertent whistle.
Yeah, I think he forgot about that.
He forgot about the point. Yeah, there it is.
Hey, now he's got to go for the big move here.
Yeah, he's going to take the tech.
There it is, 17-1, Unger.
Bonus? Mazzeo going to get a pin?
Should get Giorgio Mazzeo now for Paulsboro. Let's see who goes out for Hunterdon Central.
Schlossler?
113 pounds for Hunterdon Central. Nick Canonica. For Paulsboro, Giorgio Mazzeo.
Nick Canonica.
It's a 106 pounder. I guess they didn't want to try and have him wrestle at 106 and move him up. I guess they're doing the same thing. That they're going to tell him to try and stay off his back, match the points.
Mazzeo got started late in the season. He's 15-5.
Yeah.
Canonica's a freshman, 17-7.
Yeah. I mean, if they had any chance of winning the match, I would assume that they would have probably had to go him at 6. They weighed him in at 6. Paulsboro couldn't move anybody. They didn't have two people weighed in at 6. I mean, I would have tried and steal both of them, but who am I? What do I know? But, I mean, you're risking losing both. I just don't know if Unger's ranked in the country. You got to expect that he can move up a weight class. And it looks like this kid pretty solid. I don't know. But
it's okay, Ralph turning my mic off. He thought it was his. Just say you don't want me to talk. Hunterdon Central at 5-0, 113 pounds. Canonica and Mazzeo. You get 3-point weight allowance, 3 pounds. So the 16.2 you're worrying about?
Yeah.
2 pounds. I guess they allowed it.
I don't think so.
He weighed in at 116.2. He's wrestling at 113. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on there. It must have been a misprint. I thought he weighed in at 106. That's what I first saw. And it said 106.2, and they couldn't have made a move. It says 16.
They have 116.2,
which with
for Canonica, unless it's
13,
a mistake.
13 goes to 15 with 2-pound allowance. They wrestled last night, so they got a pound, and then 16.2. And I don't know. Maybe things have changed over the years, but I don't see the Paulsboro coaching staff being that friendly.
No score.
Keep turning your thing off. Sorry, because I'm asking Mr.
Right.
Fetty what's going on.
Sophomore doing a good job. Did you get your answer?
Was a misprint.
Okay. Canonica on top. Starting period number 2. Mazzeo trying to get out. Those first points are big in a close match. Here's the escape, 1-0.
Yes, it's close, but I don't. This match is a little closer than I thought. But I'm telling you, Paulsboro's got too many, I want to say definite wins, and Hunterdon Central doesn't have that many at all. We just seen one of them. But
you steal 1 or 2.
Yeah, I would say Paulsboro's favored at 20. I mean, Hunterdon Central's favored at 20 and probably 32. Or where's Duca at?
32.
Then 20 and 26, Hunterdon Central will be favored. If they can win, they'll win 20 and 26. The Red Devil fans will get excited, and then Red Raiders. Should be. I don't know, I've been out of it a little bit. About now, you were talking about that door being open. It would be nice if they cracked it.
Yeah, a little hot, huh? I'm fine like this. I'd rather have it like this than real cold. Mazzeo going for the shot. Not much action, not much offense so far.
Nah, you're feeling each other out first period. This kid's a little tougher than I guess we gave him credit for.
17 wins as a freshman, not too bad.
Yeah, they wrestle a pretty tough schedule too. So I guess Paulsboro's wrestling this match, and they wrestle Hal in the Christmas tournament. But I think that Hal's probably a little questioning why they're not ranked number 2 in the state.
Right. Well, one poll I see they are. There's the takedown. Nope. 27 seconds left.
A lot of
stall warning against Paulsboro.
Oh! That'll bring a couple Ducas and a couple Marinas off their seats. What was that? I don't understand that, but
it's a big call late in the period.
Yeah,
too.
I don't understand.
Especially with Canonica on the bottom.
And Canonica,
anything close, Mazzeo's going to have to let him go.
Well, he is right. I understand that, but I didn't see Canonica make one offensive attempt.
No, that was the first time. They've got a caution on.
I was going to say, if he calls Paulsboro here, he is not invited back to the Carmel S. Marina Lodge. I don't think that call is going to come out to be anything, because I think if they do get on their feet, Mazzeo and Paulsboro's good on top, man. They just don't let kids up.
Oh, there they did.
And then just let them up.
Tied at 1.
But you're right. He had to, because he couldn't get hit with a stall. I think if he didn't have that warning, he would try to ride him a little bit. I haven't seen the Hunterdon Central kid. Now I'm going to say it, and he's going to take a shot. Take a shot or be offensive at all.
Remember, first points in the match scored by Mazzeo if it comes down to that.
Right. Even if Hunterdon Central can pull this one out, I still think they have a lot of work to do. See that? He's just shooting. He's more he just looks more offensive. Yeah, he's shooting them all. Right?
Now we got a stall warning against Hunterdon Central. 1 minute and 1 second left here in the third.
I think that, he's going to take him down. The Hunterdon Central's going to have to shoot, I would imagine, or he's going to get stalled. However, I don't think he can. I think he realizes that Mazzeo's defense is not going to take him down. So he fighting for hand control, both are fighting for, and he's just pushing him around. There's a fake shot. And there's another fake shot.
34 seconds.
He's really going to have to back up here to get hit with stalling. I'm going to say Let's see how this first 15 seconds it goes to see if it's going in overtime. If they stay in that center circle, it should be. But if Mazzeo pushes the action, because there's zero chance of him hitting Mazzeo with stalling because he realizes the first one was a bad call. And Mazzeo's not stalling.
10 seconds.
Oh, no. That was...
We're going to have overtime.
He did enough to keep the stall off. Well, he does weigh more than Mazzeo by 0.2 pounds.
Okay, 1 minute. On their feet.
I remember back in the day, actually when I wrestled, it was 1-1-1. I wish you should go back to that, like a match.
I like the way college does it.
What do they do?
They just go forever. I think some of those guys wrestle forever.
Yeah. But what's another match? 1-1-1, right? Not this ultimate ride out. The NJSIA. That's another thing they got to fix. I'll come up with a list of things. That Group 5, 8 teams making the playoffs, changing the regions and districts. The NJSA did get one thing right in the first time in a long time.
That's right.
They let that kid from Shalleck transfer to Delta.
That was a good.
And they were withholding him. I'll be honest with you, that's embarrassing that Shalleck fought that.
30 seconds left.
Zero chance of any kid getting hit with stalling here. It looked to me like Mazzeo has the ability to ride him for 30 seconds. I think that stalling warning was why he was so lax.
Right.
I don't remember really when he was on bottom.
He takes the shot here. Is he going to get the takedown?
Indeed.
He's got to keep working.
He cuts corner there. He's
10
in there
seconds.
He's in there like swimwear.
But he's got 10 seconds.
Yeah,
he's
let's cut the corner.
Got it. Got it with 5 seconds left.
Red Raider Nation's on their feet.
We got with the overtime win.
I'll be honest with you. I think that was expected. I think Hunterdon Central had to win it to have a chance. Who we got here?
Find out in a second. We got Marucci for Paulsboro. Matt Marucci.
120 pounds for Hunterdon Central.
Colton Washleski, who is 23-4, a sophomore, against Matt Marucci for Paulsboro.
Hey, Hunterdon Central's pretty young, huh?
Yeah. Marucci 9-7, so
I would say
Central favored on this one.
Yes, another one where they had the bonus.
Yeah.
And he's got that rollback. That's a pinning move. If he can translate that into a half, the Unger was obviously a skilled, awesome wrestler, but he was a tilder and all. This kid looks like a pinner, and he's going to be and look at this. There it is. He's deep. He almost steered him.
Marucci, a senior.
We got
He's a cheetah, you know. Matt Marucci goes to GCIT, wrestles here at Paulsboro.
Go Cheetahs.
Yeah.
Oh, topsy-turvy. And he looks like Mark Manchin with that rollback. He's taking that rollback, and he's rolling the wrong way with it. Puts that on the back, he's got a bar. This kid looks like he's a pinner. I mean, I don't know if they're expecting a pin here, but he's working his butt off. Although afterwards, all that work, it still could be 2-0. There's a steep. I tell you, these Paulsboro kids know how to fight off their back, don't they? I'm looking at all these.
Well, they've been battle tested this year. You know, look at the schedule this year. They wrestled at South Plainfield, Hanover Park, Jackson.
Yeah.
They got Bergen Catholic in 2 days. They had that Brick Memorial tournament, the Escape the Rock tournament.
Yes, that was a.
Hal was in their own tournament here.
So the Escape the Rock tournament and their own tournament here was probably their, their toughest outings.
Yeah. Second period, 2-0. Marucci trails.
Whoa, the old Granby roll.
Washleski with the escape. He's up 3-0.
Washleski.
Got an early takedown in the first period.
Mike Washleski is not the guy from Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. Is that worth throwing Monsters Inc. on me here?
I think it was. Mike Washleski.
This is Washleski.
Always something. That's what the ladies say. Yeah, 3-0. I think that they have to, obviously, it's going to catch up with them because Paulsboro, is loaded. Paulsboro, realistically, I'm not saying they will, could win. This kid's going for a big move. I like this kid. I like him a lot. He's trying. He's doing everything. He knows he's got a pin. And I like Paulsboro realistically could win from 45 up. I mean, that wouldn't be a shock.
Right. Now 5-0 with the takedown.
Washleski should probably.
We're halfway through.
Now here's a situation where not like at 106. He's trying everything. That kid's doing nothing on the bottom.
Let him go. Keep taking him down.
Or
letting him go.
He should be banged for stall.
Okay.
He's locked his own hands on. That's what I'm just saying. When you got a kid that's a 5-0 and all he's doing is trying to stay off his back, which he's doing. He's doing a good job. The other kid at 106 was just overmanned. And this kid's just throwing hands. Right there, he's going the wrong way with his rollback. 5-0 ain't going to cut it, though. He should have let him up and taken him down. And this kid is pretty relentless on top.
Jenkins looking in. Marucci's got to keep that head off the mat.
Once you lock your own hands,
we'll have some back points here.
He'll get that major. Same moves, only 2 right now.
5 seconds left, so.
He'll take a 7-0 lead on being on top in the third period. I don't know, does Paul put him down?
He's got no stalls. Do you start neutral and try and dance a little bit?
He went neutral. He was getting beat up pretty good on the bottom. I think that they're willing to give up the major. The thought process there, I think, would be if he's down, he's going to get turned or pinned.
Right.
Here, they don't care if he gets major. He can eat some of the clock up. It's not like he was getting taken out, easily, that easily.
Right.
Looks like the Colonial Conference, too, in wrestling is going to be...
How about the season West Deptford had? Big win last night against Haddonfield.
Killed them. They should win Group 2 pretty easy. Then upstate Group 2 is...
Well, they got High Point.
Yeah.
Right.
It's South Plainfield. And
Hanover Park.
Hanover. Yeah, all 3 of them teams. Group 3, Delsey and Lacey. But that state championship's not out of reach for those teams. Group 4 is going to be interesting. I thought Clearview would give Kingsway a better match. Clearly, I was wrong.
What do you think, 5? Howe and Hunterdon Central?
They're both in the South, right?
Maybe the Central, I don't know.
Southern always has something to say about it. Southern always has something to say about it, but...
50 seconds left here. It's still 7-0.
Look at this.
This is good for Marucci. He'll ride that line. Let the clock move.
I think it's 2. I'm not sure. Is that 2, Brett? I think that's 2. Oh.
Well, he had the 2.
He did not.
No, I mean, he already had it, didn't he? Oh, no, he did not. You're right.
Now he can't give. He doesn't. He's got a stall warning to give up.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Look at this. This might have worked. This neutralness. Yeah. See how
Washleski's got to work for the major, right? 7-0. Now he's got to get the takedown.
Got to take him down. But you see where Marucci's wrestling. He knows he's well trained. I think there's always some people who are like, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. You also got to be able to know where to wrestle. Look, Big Deal is going to give a stall with 13 seconds left.
There it is. He got him with 17 seconds left. Hold him there if you're Marucci.
Stay in bounds.
10 seconds. Stay there.
See. There's a big Anthony Marina in front of me. I can't see. He
5, 4 seconds. You think he can hit him for stalling if he backs up here?
No, you got to have 7 seconds to stall. Big win for the Red Raiders.
Watch out.
Nah.
Does he get it? Nope. Wow. Marucci, great job. He loses 7-0. but on the scoreboard only gives up 3 points. It's now 8-3. We're going to take a break and be right back. Welcome back. 126 pounds. 8-3 team lead for Hunterdon Central. We started at 106 pounds.
126 pounds from Hunterdon Central, Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
This kid has got to
senior,
pin.
20 and 5.
This kid's got a pin.
Quason Winstead, 8 and 6, and Bauer with a quick takedown.
I believe he beat Bell this year, didn't he?
Mackenzie Bell, we can
I think
check
he
that.
did. He did. I think he pinned him. What year's Bauer?
Bauer is a senior.
Okay.
Winstead also a senior. 8 and 6. After this, Paulsboro has Duca, then Perez-Eli, Onorato, Worthy,
it's
Williams.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Green.
Hunterdon Central's got some
Marina.
kids. Bauer does, I think, Bauer lost to Gandy this year, though, from Woodstown. So, I mean, you're talking whole time. He didn't beat Bell. I was just told by Mr.
Okay.
Petty. He beat Gentile. So, I got to start reading. See, here's the thing. I want to tell you right now.
Go ahead.
This kid from Paulsboro is a senior.
Yep.
That doesn't happen on other teams.
What, sticking
See,
it out?
They don't stick it out.
All right.
You know what I mean? Because if they don't start,
They
kids
quit.
transfer or quit. How many seniors?
Well, that's the argument people say. That's why there's 4 weight classes.
14?
14.
Too many. It's another NJSIA mistake. Too many weight classes. Way too many weight classes. You know, here's another thing, too. Stalling on top. I dare anybody to watch the NCAA finals and see if anybody gets hit with stalling on top for riding. Riding time should come back, and you got kids that are afraid to ride and work for pin, but look, and it's an art.
Yeah, Bauer beat Gentile 6-1. Bauer did lose. One of his losses is to Joey Oliveri of Hanover Park, who's really good, and that was only 7-2.
Yes. However,
Also lost to a kid from Sparta, 1-0. Stewart. Gandy beat him 5-0.
yes.
And Conklin from Toms River East.
Who?
Conklin.
That kid is tough.
Yeah.
What did Bauer do against him?
Bauer lost, but we find the score again. (7-1).
That kid's tough, man.
2-0 second period.
Who took neutral? I'd imagine Paulsboro kid took neutral, correct? Hunterdon Central kid took neutral?
Bauer up 2-0.
They cannot have a regular decision here, I can tell you that. They
Gets another takedown to 4-0.
I will tell you this too. The coach to wrestling ratio at Paulsboro just keeps getting better. They just keep.
But it's a 1-1.
It's like they water it. Coaches just spring up. It's good to see that
It was funny. Before the match, we're
Paul
seeing
stays old school, makes him wear shirt and tie. You'd be amazed at some of the outfits some of these coaches wear at South Jersey.
one of your former wrestlers, wasn't it? Was Charlie Huff one of your former wrestlers?
Charlie wrestled for me, yeah.
Right, and he's talking to Demir Rappa. They were
I
the same
know.
weight class in high school, and you see the difference today?
Charlie beat
About
him
60
by a
pounds.
point in the region finals, and then I think pinned him in states.
Oh, we got back points coming up here.
And Demir's about a foot taller than him now. Demir Rapper really went on and had a good college career. He was a national champion at Cayman County. I mean, he just sprouted.
Right. 2 back points, now 6-0. 40 seconds left here at period number 2. 8-3 team lead for
Well,
Hunterdon
Hunterdon Central's big guys aren't pinning, I can tell you that. I will tell you Paulsboro's big guys will pin.
6-1. I'm really anxious to see Onorato. I'm anxious to see Worthy, Green.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Paulsboro can have 6 guys place in state.
Right. Another shot.
I would think Marina, Santana Marines is going to place.
Perez-Eli
I
has a
would
great
think
chance.
he could place.
Yeah.
I would think Onorato can place. Green can place. Worthy can place.
Yeah.
And then you throw in Leaf and the other Marina, Anthony Marina, and Matt. I mean, those weight classes are tough, but
yeah. That's why, you know, Paulsboro, that's that balance we talked about in the opening. 8-1, we go into the third. Bauer gets out here. He'll be up by 8.
A lot of wrestling old timers here. You see Howie O'Neill. I see John Giovanetti.
Cunningham.
Yes. Yeah. Good high school wrestlers here from other towns.
There's a reversal. It's now 10-1. So he's already looking at a major.
Yeah, they don't want a major.
No, they won 6, but I have some more back points here.
Yeah. Harlem Central kids need to, I would practice pinning in practice.
Well, some kids are pinners, correct? And some aren't.
Yes.
There's some kids who are really good wrestlers who just couldn't pin.
Well.
It's 12-1 here.
I guess you need 4 more.
Yep. 49 seconds.
Does the kid get hit with stalling yet? Look, he knows.
Nope.
Look where he got wrist control. He knows exactly where to go. He ain't gonna get pinned. So he
30 seconds. Well, he might get hit for stalling, by the way.
So what?
No, I'm just saying.
Who cares? He ain't gonna turn.
There he hit him.
That was a
nothing.
point too. Now he can tilt him. Uh-oh. 1, 2. No. He's got to tilt.
So what do you hear now? You're going to let him go, make it 15-2 and take him down?
He's going to try and tilt him.
Oh, 10 seconds. Yeah, not a lot of time.
Oh,
they're going to try and do that. He's going to let him go.
I don't agree with that. Maybe I do. Yeah, you're right.
He stalls. He can stall on only 1 point.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Stall 1 point don't matter.
Right. So I'm saying Paulsboro.
Yeah, I agree. I don't agree with them letting him up.
That's what I'm saying, because he can stall. 4 seconds.
Shockingly, 2.
Got it at the buzzer. Got the tech ball at the buzzer.
Yeah. Yep. 13-3. I would imagine we got, what do we have, 32?
Yeah, we have Duca's definitely out there for Paulsboro.
Yes. All the Ducas look alike. And Peake.
132 pounds for Hunterdon Central, Tanner Peake. For Paulsboro, Gino.
Peake's a freshman, by the way, having a great year. 24-4 freshman. Duca, a senior, 22-5.
I would say that this is one Hunterdon Central would think they would have to win. I don't know if they can. I mean, Hunterdon Central's pretty young, huh?
Yeah, one of his losses to Mazzeo from Emerson, who's a stud, 18-3.
Yeah. Peake has beaten, one of his impressive wins is Dakota Morris over Kingsway, who's a pretty impressive freshman for Kingsway. He beat him pretty good, 7-3. I would say that Hunterdon Central needs to win this match. Wouldn't be shocked if they don't, but they certainly need to win. If they would have won 13, then maybe, but I still don't, it's like you're waiting for that Paulsboro storm to start, and it's going to start it with Perez and then Onorato and Worthy and Williams. I mean, they're just, yeah. Peake must have a relative or somebody that goes to Rutgers because he's got the Rutgers headgear and the Rutgers socks, which, by the way, the R on the Rutgers headgear is illegal. You can't put anything on your headgear unless it's a team.
You should be an official.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my God, this little topsy-turviness. Look at this. Oh, my God, unbelievable.
Takedown.
It's ridiculous. He reminds me of the kid with the big frizzy hair from Missouri, Askren. I think he was the first of the funk, making that funk. That was crazy just what happened. If I was wrestling and that happened to me, I would just give it up and got pinned.
Yeah. Duca trying to get out in the last 10 seconds.
Look at this.
Trying to get a reversal or somebody's running out of time.
Yeah, the Peake kid's pretty savvy.
Yeah, freshman too.
Yeah. That Hunterdon Central was, when they crossed the Mason-Dixon line in South Jersey, they struggled.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah. What's this record? They have a thing with the Rosses, don't they?
Hunterdon Central is 1-6 against the Rosses.
Now, let me just guess. 0-6 against your dad, and the only win is against you.
It's not important.
It's not important.
The important thing is that Hunterdon Central is 1-6 against the Rosses. Oh, my God, that ankle rule is the worst rule ever. Yeah, and Mr. Fetty, you're probably more knowledgeable than anybody. Maybe it's Fetty and Washleski as far as thinking people knowledgeable. He says to me that that's not even a rule anymore. And it's ridiculous if it is. He clearly wasn't just sitting on the ankle to ride. Right. And that's not a rule, and
It's 2-1. Now Duca taking the shot.
He let him up.
Yeah. And there's a takedown, so Duca with 3 quick points and up 3-2. And lets him go. Duca obviously confident on his feet. Well, tied at 3.
The kid from Hunterdon Central has shown that he's a funk man, but if you take that high crotch and you take the leg off the mat quickly, it takes it away. Oh, look at that.
Duca got another takedown, trying to turn him. 5-3. He's got to watch, though. He doesn't get a little sloppy there, and just going to let him go. 5-4. A lot of action here in the second.
This is a good match. This kid's going to be tough. Looks like I'm reading some body language. Looks like Duke is turning it up a little bit. Maybe he ran some extra laps because he looks like he's ready to take it to the next level. And remember, Peake does have a stalling warning. So, and he has taken a shot. So, you know what I mean? So right. I think that that's a possibility. And Peake will be damned for a bit. Uh-oh.
Looks like Duca trying to go upper body there.
Well, you're looking at an 18-year-old kid against a 15 or 14-year-old kid, you know? When those ages, they're the big difference, you know what I mean? That and 18-year-old freshmen in college to 23-year-old men. I'd have to look at go over Hunterdon Central staff, but right now we're looking at Joe Duca, Carmel Marina, Big Joe Duca. We're looking at 3 state champs. I don't know, there's probably a lot more in the building.
Oh. I think I saw Isaac Redman
here.
That
Tom Gibble?
I think I saw Isaac Redman here tonight.
Tom Gibble is a 2-timer.
Right.
Was a 3-time finals. Beat Richie Meal from Highland, but
Redman
then lost,
right there.
then lost to Duca. So he's a 2-timer.
He won.
Where's Redman?
Redman in like the second row, red
yes.
shirt.
Redman.
How about this?
That's points. He missed it. He missed back points. That's Tom Gibble right there. It was a 3-time final. Billy Dykeman beat him in the finals. That's points. That's points. That's points. That's points. That's back points.
7-5 lead for Tanner Peake.
How's it 7-5? It was 5-4. Did he take down?
Now we got a discussion over at the
That was
scorer's
back
table.
points. Just 100% back points. So he went to the table and didn't get warned, which I always used to.
Right. He was nice about it.
So was I. So we got Redmond.
Now
anybody?
maybe not.
Anything else?
Okay, now he's going to go over and maybe talk to Mark.
Well, who was down to start this thing? Okay, because he was 5-4, then 5. Okay. Well, remember, he's got that stalling, but he looked like, besides when he got hit with that stalling, he looked like he was riding him a little bit. That's not stalling. No, although I will guarantee you he's going to get hit with stalling if he keeps doing that. Because he's not the one running him out.
Right.
Oh, man. That was a little quick, I think. I'm telling you, that was back points.
Well, let him go. 7-6.
Mr. Fetty, you think that was back points? Mr. Fetty said yes. Yeah. Yeah. So Mr. Fetty says no takedown, but since it was, if it was a takedown, it was back points.
1:11 left. 1 point lead for the freshman, Tanner Peake of Hunterdon Central.
Oh, that's a good shot right there. But he doesn't want to be in this position. This is where Peake is tough. He got out of it, though. He's going to get hit with stall. He's going to get hit with stall. The pushing of the out of bounds is not stalling, but he's got to take a shot.
Well, let's see what happens if Duca takes the shot. If he backs up, we'll see.
We're looking at another overtime match. There it is, stalling. But this is definitely stalling. Oh, my. I'll do a Vooge. That was an Omaya.
45 seconds left.
He's going to give a stall. Duca's not. Look, Duca's going to take a shot. I'm going to call 23 seconds left, or before he gets hit with stall. Here comes a shot. Here comes a shot. Stalling at 23 seconds. Want to watch?
I'm paying attention.
There it is. Here comes. Oh, no, man.
The takedown. Oh,
That's
he's going to get it yet. Now he got it.
Oh, he broke him.
That's a big takedown. He's up by 3 with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, he broke him. Who cares? He better not hit him stalling here. No way. That's a big win.
Big win for Hunterdon Central.
It's just going to make the loss closer. You see any other state champs? Charlie Huff is here. 3rd in the state. Does that mean anything? Paul Marina, 2nd in the state. Dean Duca, 4th in the state. Ralph Ross, never won, never placed.
No. But coached the state championship team.
Yes, I did. And South Jersey too. For 2 different groups.
Perez-Eli for Paulsboro at 138.
And a kid looks like...
Should be Romaniello.
No way. That's a...
Oh, Romaniello and... Romaniello 16-9. Perez up 2-0.
It is Romaniello.
Yep, Anthony Romaniello. 16-9 a junior, Perez a junior.
What's his record? What's Romaniello?
24-3, and Romaniello is a junior, 16-9.
Yeah. Yes.
2-1.
I mean, both Romaniellos are tough, but Vincent is I would say, the tougher of the two. So that match between Onorato is going to be a good classic. Perez is only a junior.
Yep.
He's been in high school for 8 years, I think. He's been around forever. Didn't he beat Menino as a freshman?
Was that him or is that his brother? I'm not sure.
This was him. He beat him as a freshman. The year Menino won states, he had one loss. Anthony Romaniello has lost to Maraglia from Delray 9-3. So you're looking at a kid who's decent, but a Paulsboro kid is going for the pin. Suffocating himself with his headgear. Oh.
Takedown, 4-1.
I see a couple other wrestlers in the building. The Getz brothers, the lineage of the famous Peake Getz, who they had a heck of a year in football this year.
Yes, they did.
And the Getz brothers are doing pretty good. And I always tease Pete, who's the toughest brothers to come out of Gateway? The Meninos, the Rizzos, or the Getzes?
Does he ever answer?
Yes.
What's his
He
answer?
says him and his brother.
4-1, 18 seconds
The
left.
DeGenovas. It's one thing that Townsend didn't have many of them. Like the Marcella brothers.
Rizzo brothers were tough, though. As a matter of fact, I was telling you how I watched the Malfury Taylor match this morning in my office. I also watched the Rizzo Thorpe match from that region today in my office.
Rizzo won states, and then Rizzo, the younger Rizzo, lost to Charlie Daniels from Hunterdon, who took a second state, lost to
I thought you meant the guy, the musician.
The Devil went down to Georgia?
Yeah.
No, he lost to the Hunterdon kid. That's the Hunterdon team in '83 that had 6 region champs. And every year my dad asked, is anybody going to have 6 region champs this year in South Jersey?
Right.
And then I said, I don't know. So he keeps asking, is Paulsboro going to have 6 region champs this year? Which I don't think they will, but
4-2, by the way, in this match. Eli on top, and Romaniello with the escape.
found 2 more state titles in the room.
Yeah, who we got?
Ruffin in the corner.
2 for him, yeah.
Cooper, too. Seneca Cooper, found another one.
No, Kenneth Seneca didn't win. Karras won, I thought.
Oh, yes, Karras did.
Four to 2. We're halfway through. Almost halfway through, I should say, this match at 138. Paulsboro's won only one of the first 5 matches.
That's okay.
Oh, look at that quick move.
You're going to make up for it soon.
So you going to finish?
I really think that Paulsboro could run the table from here. They may not. The other Vincent Romaniello is pretty tough, but so is Onorato. I don't even know what they're. Did Romaniello?
Another takedown.
That is. I'm going to tell you where it's back points. It is. No, we let him out of it. He's got to get a headgear that fits. Perez-Eli's a headgear that fits. So he's locked it up. Locked it up. Whoa!
6-2, 30 seconds left.
I think I might have to comment on the Hunterdon Central uniforms. They're UGLY.
Not a fan, huh?
No. Terrible. You know what I do like? I like them pinstripes St. Augustine goes with this year.
I haven't been, I got to be honest with you, my first match this year. I watched a lot of college matches this year on TV.
2.
Another takedown, 8-3.
Stalling and 2. And a headbutt. Look at that double.
At this point, you just want to keep him down. Perez has his choice in the third. He's just going to
let him off 15 seconds up.
He thinks he's going to take him down here in 15 seconds. He better. 8-4.
I don't know. Or get a stall. I did.
Now he's going to get the takedown.
Is he? 3, 2,
No, he's not going to get the takedown.
1.
Nope.
He's running extra laps tomorrow. And he took neutral.
The known over the unknown. He knows he can get him on his feet. He doesn't know how he is on top.
Well, I know one thing, that if he doesn't take him down into it and major him, he's going to be not making many more decisions on his own. Because I believe that Paul wanted him down. Because right now he'd be out, and he'd be up 9-5. There's no chance of that kid holding him. And Dean, they know they got to get a takedown and a stall. He's got to get a headgear to fits. No. That was 2. The Red Raiders are not happy with the not 2 call there.
Go back to the center. 1:12 left. 8-4.
So you got to figure there's at least 2 more takedowns coming his way. So that'd be 10, 12. To get 2 takedowns, he's got to let him up once.
Right.
So he's got to take him down either twice with a stall or 3 times. Where that 1 point is going to come back to him. And them not taken down. Unless he takes some feet to back here. Oh, that was nice.
Romanello wrestling a smart match.
Yes. Paulsboro faithful are not happy about it, although it's the exact same thing the Paulsboro kid did at 20 and 13. I mean 6. Oh, fake shots. I don't really know why he's doing that. Take the stall and take. Bear Higgity. Feet to back. I tell you, this kid knows where to wrestle, doesn't he? I'm thinking Perez has got to go feet to back here, which. Oh!
That was a 10 point right there.
What happens if Hunter and Central pulls him?
8-5.
Hunter and Central pulls him. Paulsboro fans thinks it's the referee's fault.
Yeah.
They're saying it's the referee's fault that he did that. I just heard it from them. Oh, look at this.
Trying for the big one. Not getting it there. He's going to come out with an 8-5 win, so not picking up any bonus points.
Yes. The 3 points that cost them were the letting the kid up, not taking down, and the overhand hook, right hook.
So Paulsboro cuts lead to 10, 16-6, but I think they expected a little more in that weight class.
Yes, they did. This is a big one right here. This could be the match of the night. However, oh, look at this. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. A lot of just.
Jenkins checking him out, making sure nothing goes on.
It's cold out there.
Yeah. Gabe Onorato.
You might catch a cold.
22-3, a junior.
It's 20 below 0 outside.
Vincent Romanello, a senior, 23-4.
Red Raiders have a big match with Bergen Catholic up there. Perez might catch cold. Might catch cold out there.
Well, we have a change here. Pasquale Vizzoni. Vizzoni coming out in this match.
So I'm assuming that they think Romaniello or
Vizzoni is 17-1, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yes, senior.
17-1 for Zoni. So I guess they are thinking they have to win both these. In that, I got Onorato's socks. Got the Paulsboro socks on, and the Paulsboro shoes.
His only loss, by the way, was to Nicholas Pepe of Southern in injury time. So,
yeah, Pepe's pretty tough.
And I don't know what the score was at the time. So,
our Onorato's got some nice P shoes. Paulsboro and the Red Raider. Look at that.
Yeah.
Can we get close some of them shoes?
Will you want some?
I would not want some, but if I was like, look at them things. That's really impressive. What's Onorato's got lost to who? Bennett? And the kid from Cold Snack, right? Raider. And an out-of-state kid has escaped the rock.
Is in action tomorrow evening.
Got a blood time here.
And Lindenwald.
Blood time. Let's talk about 133 pounds on the college ranks, Ralph. What do you think?
I don't know. I was
Rose out
talking
for
with
the
Brett
year.
about this the other day.
Meachik looks tough, by the way.
Middle school wrestlers.
Yeah, Paulsboro's got a match tomorrow, and then Saturday they may get a 25-pound weight allowance.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
But I
Did you watch the Soriano fixed match and the
Yes.
Soriano match against
Yes. Here's what I think. I think Soriano can win because the kid from the
South Dakota?
is out. Is he out for the year, Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Soriano can win. Soriano clearly made a decision to go 33. It probably had to do with weight cutting, but it had more to do with Lee not being there. Even
Right.
Rivera beat Lee. I understand that. However,
This Sunday, 8 a.m. till 12 noon.
he's got two losses, bad losses. I say bad losses. The kids were studs, but just nicks with the hand to the face, and
And then
the
the loss
stalling.
to DeSanto when he was up 3-0.
Here's the thing. Yeah, and then I think he come back and win this, but when I was talking, we were talking about it. National champs don't lose in stalling and hands and face.
Right.
So I think he certainly can win. But yeah, he got.
I watched Meachik against Ohio State. Looked really good. Was that Pletcher? Who did he wrestle?
Is that the Michigan kid?
Yeah, Meachik. Yeah.
So
He looked good against Ohio State.
Yeah, so that'll all be coming out in the wash. Hey, listen, bottom line is.
Well, they got to wrestle Big Tens. They'll be.
Bottom line is Gross is out, so it's wide open.
Right. There we
What
go.
about Ashwell? Is he still ranked second?
Yes, second and third. I think two different polls.
Who's ranked first? From where? Oh, Ashwell's going to win national championship.
35 seconds left. No score.
National is going to win the national
Vizzoni
championship.
and Onorato. Senior at 17-1.
What's this kid from Hunterdon Central?
17-1.
Senior?
Yep.
Oh. And how about the brothers? Are they seniors, the Romaniellos, or anyone?
The one we just saw is.
Whoa.
Oh, look out!
He missed backs. He missed backs. Nah, he didn't. No, he didn't. There were no backs.
2-0.
He,
The next one's a senior. The one we just saw.
did the next one weigh in at 45?
We do have the weigh-in sheets.
Okay, let me see. Romaniello weighed in at 52.
3-0 lead.
This is a nice little.
Vizzoni.
Who took? Oh, he took
Vizzoni,
down.
Yeah. By the way, you keep saying they're going to start winning here. I tell you, it's starting to get a little late where you can't
Stop
just.
it. It's over. Even these wins, like right here, they pull this one out. Say Romaniello beats Worthy. Then you're right. But it's just they don't have anybody for Marina. They don't have anyone for Green.
Paulsboro 65 wins in a row, longest streak in the state of New Jersey.
Maybe it'll snow Saturday and keep it going. Now this kid has got some. He's 17-1, but he's got some. Like he beat the Seneca kid 3-1. He beat the Kingsway kid close. He beat like Saboni 11-5. Kids that. Is he a 45 pounder or 52? Like he goes wherever Romanelli's not.
I don't know. He weighed in he's listed at 45, certified at 40. So.
So he probably goes
today.
52 if Romanelli wants to go down. Am I saying Romanelli's name right?
Yeah. No, Romaniello.
Oh, that's good movement. Look at it, he's light on it. I love them sneaks.
Yeah, Vizzoni went 145 in the Phillipsburg match, so.
Against Hairston? No, he wouldn't be on. Who wrestled Hairston in that match? Or did he wrestle 52?
Harrison, he wrestled 52. They forfeited that week.
Okay. 16 seconds left. Oh, we take him down here. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That, my friends, is a backbreaker.
And he gets the bottom to start the third, right?
Yes. So should be 3-3. No stalling warnings, I don't think.
Trying to look at the expression on the faces, who's gassed, who's not.
They look both in pretty good shape.
Right.
Onorato's going 110 miles an hour. It's some sneaks. Look at that. What happened?
I think just when he got up, he got hit in the face.
It's crazy. Paulsboro fans are booing. They don't like kids to get kicked.
Well, we have an injury time, so we're going to take a break. 1:55 left in the third. Paulsboro trails in the match, 16-6. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back to the center. 1:55 left here in the third. Vizzoni, the Hunterdon Central wrestler, up 3-2. 16-6, Hunterdon Central on the scoreboard. We started at 106 pounds. Onorato came on late for the takedown at the end of the second, trying to get out here to tie it.
Onorato, man, he goes 100 miles an hour.
Gabe Onorato, just a junior, 22-3.
He lost to Ben, escaped the Rock, and then the kid from Colton. He's going to give a stall on this kid. He shouldn't, but the rules dictate that he does. The rules dictate that he gets hit with stall.
$133 left.
Right. I agree. They're going to have to let him up soon because he's going to get hit with stalling, and he's not going to ride him out for a minute 33. Not going to do it. I like the attempt, and he should be allowed to. And Onora's got that flippy.
Well, he knows Onorato gets right back up and right to the center, so he's not gassed.
Here's the thing, Onora's working too hard and getting to the edge and doing that Granby, and it's not getting him enough time to get a stall call. You know? Here's stalling. That's not stalling. Oh my God, Onorato. Here it is, 2.
Now can he come out the back?
Yes. That's figure 4. Is that illegal?
He might get 2 and some back if he can get it. There's the reversal. Now what do you do? 4-3.
That's why you let him up. It's the first thing you learn as a midget coach. 1, not 2.
Yeah. So do you try and ride him out?
Yes. He tries to ride him out.
Well, it's not going to end up happening, you know. 4-4, 45 seconds left. Vizzoni's got to be the aggressor with the one stall.
Here's the only way the kid from Hunterdon Central can win is if he ties up. The only way, or if he shoots and throws him. He cannot, there it is.
Onorato with the shot. He's going to go out of bounds, not enough room on the mat.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how tough the kid from Hunterdon Central is because I haven't been working, but I am super impressed with Onorato. He changes his levels. He goes 110 miles an hour.
You're checking the clock, 13 seconds.
He is, this is what he don't want to be. It's the only way he can lose.
We're going to have overtime. Second overtime match of the night.
Yeah. Bloody bloodstains.
Somebody's got blood. It's on his arm, so.
This kid needs blood. He's not going with it. Where's it?
It looked like blood on his arm. Maybe not.
He took the scenic route back to the middle, didn't he?
Yep.
This is where, look, Onorato's got blood on his arm.
That's what it looks like on his right arm.
And he's got it on his back here. I am super impressed with Onorato. Oh my God.
Got to push him, bring him back in. He's not going to be able to do it. They go back to the center, 37 seconds left. And remember.
Blood.
Vizzoni, we're going to have to wait the blood down. Vizzoni scored first in this match.
I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
No, because he's not going to get. I'm going to tell you, this might matter here.
Basically, a minute 37 to get a takedown.
It might matter here because this kid was tired. I believe that I would have asked for a little bit more time. My kid's mouth was bleeding. Oh no. Onorato does not want to be there.
There's a stall. That's the match, right?
No, that was the first
14 seconds. Oh,
that was the first one.
I thought you said he had a stall against him.
No, I said he's got a stall to give. Maybe I did. I don't know. But they said, oh my God.
6 seconds. We're going to have overtime, too. I thought you said he had a stall. Okay.
He's done.
Caution. No one's that quick.
Menino was.
Is that who was that quick?
And Howard. They see that match. To this day, one of the best high school matches I've seen. Whoa. Takes down. Now he does have the stall, right?
I thought there's a 1 minute on their feet.
Yeah, after this. That was overtime.
Oh, that was the overtime. Oh, that's right. Jeez. John's losing it today.
Yeah, I would have deferred too. Because I don't know if he's going to call stalling, but if you're the Hunterdon Central kid, this is exactly where you want it. That's not stalling. It's a stalemate. It's not stalling. That is not stalling. It doesn't matter. It's a stalemate. That's a bad call.
That's a point. That's 2 points.
That's a bad call.
6-4. Nope.
Match is over though anyway.
Well, I got to watch for reversal. There's plenty of things can happen in 30 seconds.
Oh, he took neutral. No.
He is taking neutral with no stalls. Coach is telling him to take up. I guess if he takes him down, he's got to keep him down too.
Okay, I'm starting to believe the hype. I guess he didn't want to. Now Onorato's got 2-3 stalls to give.
Right. So his first one's only a point.
No, he hasn't been warned yet.
Right, so I'm saying first, after the 2, the first one's only a point. 10 seconds. I'm sure we'll get a stall in the next couple seconds. Nah, Onorato's going to go for a takedown.
Onorato I'm super impressed with Onorato. I'm pretty impressed with it. Here's a kid that went 120 miles an hour. I mean, when he didn't have to. The Hunterdon Central kid's like, what the heck happened? I think I threw him in his back in the first period.
Now we got Vincent Romaniello, who's 23-4 as senior. We should be coming out. Now, did they want to bring him out against Worthy? This will be to see if we see a switch.
Wait a minute. What did they weigh Romaniello on? 50, yeah. And they might not. They might forfeit to Worthy or put somebody else out against Worthy. They're forfeiting to him. Yeah.
They're going to forfeit.
Sure.
Winner by forfeit from Paulsboro.
I don't understand why Paulsboro people are booing. They've been watching wrestling their entire lives.
Yeah, that's their guy.
So why? They know what has to happen.
Well, yeah. So it'll be Romaniello against Williams, I'm assuming here, Sean Williams.
Yeah, this is no walk in the park.
160 pounds from Hunterdon Central, Vincent Romaniello. For Paulsboro, Sean Williams.
Williams, a sophomore, is 15-6 on the year.
Well, I think Williams, to be honest with you, he's out of his weight class. He just is. He can't be Perez. He can't be Onorato. I'm assuming.
Right.
But what did Williams weigh in at?
151.
Yeah. I'm sure they
152.
I'm sure that the toss was Hunterdon Central wanted this matchup.
Right. Well, if you're Hunter and Central, you want bonus here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want bonus points here?
You do.
Oh.
I'm not so sure they're going to get bonus
Oh,
points.
okay.
I think that they think Worthy would have beat Romaniello, and then Williams would have maybe bonused their pin, the Hunter and Central's kid. So instead of being -9, they're looking at worst case scenario -3, what they're hoping.
Right.
Anything more than -3 from the two-way class here at Hunter and Central. But like I said, they had to win 13. They had to win the other match. Because really, there's no real weight to it. It's not like he's a 52 moving up to a true 60-pounder. He's wrestling another 52-pounder.
Williams with a nice shot.
These Hunter and Central kids are good on that scooting.
If you're Williams, want to wait and try and get a stalemate out of this. Uh-oh. There's a takedown now from Romaniello.
Yeah.
2-0.
I'll tell you, I was really more impressed with Onorato than going into the match. I really think he wrestled a smart match. He goes 110 miles an hour. He'll be on the podium. Easily. The kid works hard, and best sneaks in the state.
Best sneaks in the state. There you go. By the way, I'd like to thank our friends at Atlantic City Electric for helping us out again. And we're already set for football season next year, which is good. A lot of the people were asking why we didn't do any football games. We'll be back. Matter of fact, Glenn Howard I just saw pop in, Paulsboro's coach. There's an escape. It's 2-1.
I know.
I'm sorry, 3-0 escape for Romaniello.
So if they do get bonus, they're happy with it, I guess. But I know that I'm not so sure that I guess.
Oh, look at that! Oh my!
Pin.
Oh, he put it up! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh!
Hey, if I might quote Don Meredith, turn out the lights. The party's over.
Oh!
Oh, brother!
Holy moly!
Oh! Woo-hoo.
Yo!
How about that? For the first time tonight, Paulsboro is out in front. Oh!
Yo!
Always one match. Wow.
Hunter and Central fans, good time to beat the traffic.
One of the top 70 pounders in the state, Brandon Green.
Let me tell you, right now would be a good time to get on the Jersey Turnpike North and beat the traffic.
I don't think you have to take the turnpike though.
For Hunter and Central? Well, then get on 295 because it's going to get cold out. They should warm that bus up and head back to Flemington.
Vincent Brito, I think he said.
It is officially over.
Vince Brito, I believe, is what we have. 7-6, a freshman against
I'm not sure,
Brandon
but I think
Green. Green 24-2. Both losses to the same wrestler from Pennsylvania. Lost in the Vizzoni tournament here, and then lost to him in the Escape the Rock tournament. And,
I think that
this is going to be quick. He's going to make quick. Wow, look at this. Already got back points. We're going to have a first period pin here, folks.
Boom! Can't teach that a kid.
Not yet.
So
nice job fighting off his back. Go ahead.
I believe someone said they were going to win every match out.
You did say that, but it's not over.
Yeah, no. The one kid back there with 100 Central didn't get a real uniform.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, my God.
There's the pin. 27-16. Brandon Green.
That's Sylvester up there? Now would be a good time to get on 295 North.
Yes. One of the top 82-pounders in the state. Also nationally ranked.
Congratulations to Brandon Green, 100 career victories.
100th victory as a junior.
Trying to get the wrestlers out here.
182 pounds, that's a 400 Central, Kyle Barrett. For Paulsboro, Santino Marina.
Kyle Barrett, 18-7, is in trouble. Marina with just one loss. Barrett, a senior, 18-7. Marina, senior, just one loss on the year in the Escape the Rock tournament. He's 25-1. He's close to another pin.
He's not close. He's there. I really think that they should start them buses because them 100 Central kids are going to catch.
Well, maybe. There it is. Oh, 33-16.
Yes, the place to be tonight will be the Carmel S. Marina Lodge.
Still not clinched. Should get Anthony Marina.
This should be a decent match. But with 100 Central having 14 wrestlers and Paulsboro having 15 now with momentum on their side, I really think they should beat the traffic.
It's cold, just warm up the bus.
Just warm that thing up. I'm assuming that this tape won't go up to 100 Central. So. That being said, before Williams came up with that pin, I was saying about Onorato.
Brandon Donahue is 12-7.
Oh, then
he's a junior.
It won't be a close match. There's Gentiles, another state champ, just walked into the building.
Oh yeah, Ronnie.
So
Anthony Marina, senior, 17-9.
So here's the thing. This is why Paulsboro is so dominant and good, because they're so good up top. Going into Saturday, they're going to come to a team that's just much better than them up top.
Right. It's a stall warning against Hunterdon Central.
At one,
Marina in on the leg, gets the takedown. It's 2-0. I think that Williams pin really woke up the crowd too.
Yes. I tell you, Paulsboro's going to have 6th place for this. And that's not even saying maybe like someone like Anthony Marina might not place, but he certainly is in that conversation.
Right.
Perez could place. Santina could definitely place. Worthy's going to place. Green's going to place. Onorato's going to place. I'm calling it right now. Brett, when I would talk about
4-1, by the way,
I would talk about the Paulsboro lineup. Fetty would always tell me, "You got to Onorato. Don't keep Onorato out with them great ones." And I would be like, I haven't seen him wrestle, but I have to give it to Mr. Fetty. He was big Onorato supporter.
I guess you're talking about Brett's dad when you talk about Mr. Fetty?
No.
Actually, I heard Brett was the brains of the operation at West Deptford. Is that true?
What's that?
Brett was the brains behind
Fetty is on the Board of Education in West Deptford.
Oh, look out!
Oh, Rolly. He rolls like a dice.
Try to bring him back.
Turn like a page.
There we go.
Reverse. Paulsboro kids out a pin. They must practice it.
Nope. 2 back points, 6-1.
Big Tom McGirt, Bill Evans here covering for the paper. Yeah. Can I give a shout out to one of my friends?
Go ahead.
South Jersey Wrestling lost a pretty big piece when Mark Tribble, who was the wrestling coverage for the Courier Post, and he did On the Mat and everything, he accepted another position in Philadelphia, another job. But I can tell you, he was good for South Jersey Wrestling. He was a great writer. He kept it interesting. He knew the sport. So
well, we wish him luck.
He connected with the wrestlers. He connected with the people. And I just want to say, we miss you, Mark. I know South Jersey Wrestling misses you.
Okay, here we go.
That's a bar.
Here we go.
And that's tight. And this is
plenty
over.
of time. There's the pin.
Oh! That's a Marina 2.0 right there.
By the way, the match is clinched. We'll take a break. Paulsboro 39, Hunterdon Central 16. More after this. Back at Paulsboro High School, 2 matches to go. 39-16. Red Raiders on a tear. And we're talking a 6-point tear. Pin.
Did you see that coming? Were you?
For Paulsboro, Flynn, Lee.
Did you see this coming, or was this a shock to you?
The pin barrage was a little bit of a shock, but I
think I said it about 5:30.
You did. You said it about 6 times.
Yeah. About 5:30, I knew what the score was going to be.
Flynn Leaf for Paulsboro, 20-6, a senior.
Flynn Leaf has the best name.
Sal Brito.
Yes.
Sal Brito.
This is a 36-0 run. That's hard to come back from.
You think so?
You never hear the people say, "Oh, we gave up 36 in a row and still won."
No.
And Duca could have won. Yeah, I mean they were.
Leaf spent his first 2 years at Malvern Prep. Came over last year.
Is he a senior?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a Paulsboro resident.
Brito is 0-5, and Brito's in trouble.
It's over. Oh my God.
Well, now it's definitely over.
This kid took about it. Oh, he rolled it over.
He rolled through. Back points, 6-1.
I think that when the match was scheduled between Paulsboro and Bergen Catholic, I'm thinking that maybe they were thinking they could move Marina up and Leaf and kind of, you know what I mean?
Bergen is just so loaded.
Bergen got those 2 transfers.
There's another pin, by the way.
I don't think they were counting.
Just seconds away. We might run out of time. He got it. Did he get it? He got it.
What the hell was?
Oh. Wow. 45-16.
Good.
Heavyweight left.
51-16. I don't know. This kid looks big.
(9-4) in bouts, right? Paulsboro 9-4. Ryan Joyce, senior, he's 18-6.
And 85 pounds for Hunterdon Central, Ryan Joyce.
And Alston Mooney, a senior, he's 18-7. So records are about the same. Both seniors. Two big kids out here.
Physiques are about the same too.
Boy, what about that freshman at Minnesota?
Oh my God, he's filthy.
Could be a 4-timer. I know a lot can happen in 4 years, but he's unreal.
He is.
Stevenson?
He's filthy. He is so good.
I liked when I watched him wrestle. I don't know, he might have won like 6-1, 7-1, and he was mad.
Yeah, he's filthy. I think Hunterdon Central's got a solid team. They're good. They just ran into a bad matchup with Paulsboro, and Paulsboro doesn't have any weak weight classes. See how they just rolled them over and pinned? Paulsboro kids just didn't do that. They don't have anybody in that lineup that really did that. Even those kids that don't have the winning record or been there all year fought.
And I also want to mention Brandon Green. We did sort of mention it. 100th win on that pin for him. His 100th win. He's got another year to go.
He's another kid. He can win states this year.
Yeah. Mooney with the takedown.
Saturday, probably the premier match will be Santana versus Folka, which is 1-3 in the state. And Folka is probably the favorite. But if you remember, Marina was beating him 2-0 states last year. Folka reversed him, and he's filthy on top. I think that if certainly Paul and Dean and Carmel will have a game plan, certainly it will be try to stay off bottom or work off bottom. Right. But that match is not going to be, you know, as bad as it was in the States, because I just think it was the wrestlebacks and I mean States in once he got on top. But I think Marina is certainly in that match. I would say that I would think that they thought Leaf, they're too good up top.
I got to tell you, if you look at the state of New Jersey in wrestling, and I think Hal's going to have a lot to say in Group 5, right?
Well, here's the thing. Hal ain't beating Hunterdon Central this bad.
So what I'm saying is, I mean, what happens with Bergen Catholic? We could have the #1 team this far above the second team, and then the third team, one's up here, two's here, and
well, I don't think. I think Hal would say we match up great because they beat them at 70. Retz was always beating Green. Right. The 220-pounder pin Leaf. So what they're going to say is we don't match up well with Hunterdon Central, but we beat Paulsboro head-to-head, and they're more champs from in the tournament, which doesn't mean anything. No. So I think that it's Bergen, Paulsboro, Hal, and then Del Barton, and I think Hunterdon Central is going to be good.
This one is 2-1. Mooney, Paulsboro on top. This one started right at 1:06.
Beautiful. What time is it?
It's about 8:30.
Paulsboro.
I mean 7:30. We started early. 7:30.
Paulsboro upperweights knew we had something to do tonight. They got us out of here.
Of course, I leave Saturday morning for Atlanta. Get to go to the Super Bowl. My son taking me.
You broadcasting it and not taking me?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Who you like in that game?
How can you not say the Patriots?
Because
here's what I want to happen.
Because Patriots are 3-2.
I want the Rams to lose on a bad call last play of the game.
Listen, you mean like they're roughing the passer that they called against Brady and against the Chiefs?
I meant like they pass interference.
But here's the thing. Patriots are 3-2. Oh, look at that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Patriots are 3-2 in the last 5 Super Bowls and easily could be 0-5.
Yeah. All their Super Bowls were close.
I mean, if they give the ball to Lynch against Seattle, boom.
Right.
If Atlanta runs the ball more, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If Donovan doesn't have
leave Donovan alone.
Okay. Second period, 2-1 lead for Mooney. The only points a takedown in the first. Mooney will have his choice. Now, what's your thought on a choice here?
He's going to take down.
Do you think he'll take down?
Yeah.
Or, because I always think that people talk about with the heavyweights, or does he take neutral?
Takes down.
Does he? Even with the weight difference? I don't know what the weight difference is. I'm going to look.
I can't be more than 30 pounds, right? 20 pounds. 278 and
253, 25 pounds.
Yeah, this kid just doesn't look like I don't know if he's a bear on top or not. And Mooney just was kind of tearing at him. Take bottom. Because, I don't know. I just do.
Okay. And you've got a state championship under your belt as a coach.
Not by making decisions. Just my wrestlers were better than their wrestlers.
Is that what it was? Just send the right guy out at the right time.
Yeah. Usually I'm a better coach, but my team's better than the other team.
That's what usually.
For example, look at the Ross record against Hunterdon Central.
Yes.
6-1.
Exactly. There we go. Third period.
He's got to take down.
He is taken down.
Yeah. He's got to take down just because see what just happened there. Now I can afford to stall.
Right.
Yeah. And every single Paulsboro coach, which they on that dossier, is that the right word? What do they roast it? What do they call that thing? Yeah, and he let him up. So
there you go.
What's that thing?
There's we're going to get takedown. Told you he should have started bottom. He'll be up 5-1. Pops his head out of there.
The dais.
Yes.
The Paul. Oh, he's going to turn him.
Oh.
It's all over. Oh my God.
Oh my God. He's pinned. He's flat right now. There it is. Oh
Russ is going nuts.
You called it, Ralph Ross.
I don't know.
51-16 final. Paulsboro wins their 66th consecutive match. Paul Marina, his 693rd career win.
Yes, very impressive. I didn't think it would be that impressive. I really didn't. But it was a whooping.
Yeah, well, we're going to wrap it up from here, Ralph. Paulsboro turned it on big at the end.
Yes, they did. We kind of knew it. I didn't know it would be that overwhelming. Man, they look good going into Saturday. They're going to have to wrestle even better than that to win. The opponent at the other end is pretty hard.
Certainly number 4 in the country.
Certainly the upper weights. Probably the first and only time Paulsboro will be underdogs going into the upper weights.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everybody at Paulsboro High School, John Giovanetti, the athletic director, Paul Marina, the coach, and everybody here at Paulsboro and Hunterdon Central. For Ralph Ross, I'm John Mondelli and the crew. See you next time.